Ones like from to the um the the car rental and the cabin, all
Okay.
of that put together. Obviously, she wants me to put different, you know, different pricing.
Yeah. Well, what we'll go ahead and do then is I'll pull this up, and because what I was going to do is I just go ahead and I actually had somebody reach out to me today asking about they wanted to do some stuff in Florida, and they were saying specifically Key West, and I was like, well, for what you could probably pay at Key West, you could probably fly somewhere. And so what I was going to do was I was going to look some stuff up on Vax and then try to find some other stuff. And I'm glad Mark's in here too, because Mark, I know Mark could probably help me out with this as well.
Yeah,
I
probably.
like trying to find and look, believe it or not, Mark, Bree's in Florida too.
Nice.
So yeah, and that's what I think so funny is Bree trying to go to Colorado. She's got all these cats wanting to go to Colorado with her. So that they trying to go from one extreme to the next. Mm.
Yeah, there you
But
go.
we'll do what I'll do is I'll pull up my Facebook real quick and I'll double check the dates on this thing. But Bree, it was the quotes are actually they're pretty easy. Especially if you ended up having something like Google Docs or even Microsoft Word, really.
Here, I got one I'm
Um,
working on right now, Harvey, if you want me to share my screen.
yeah, share your screen and then that way she can see that as well. And let's
Here,
see.
stop sharing yours, dude, so I can.
All right, hold on one second. I am oh, all right, go ahead and share yours.
Okay. So this is kind of what I'm working on right now. I normally use Travel Joy to put all my stuff together, but I've got to give two options for my client. So this is what I've got put together so far for them. It's got um a pre-flight hotel for them because they've got to leave San Francisco at 7:15 in the morning. So they've got to be to the airport 2 hours early. So it's got their flight information, flight cost, rental car cost, where they're staying in Kentucky, their excursion in Kentucky for the next day, my Viator link, because they're probably going to drive back to Cincinnati the next day so they can catch their flight on Monday to Las Vegas. Um, their transfers that I picked for them because I don't want them renting a car in Vegas to save on the parking fees because they're staying on Strip so they can walk or take the monorail everywhere in Vegas. And then their hotel in Vegas, steakhouse options that they asked for, their itinerary for the next day with the activities they wanted, with prices. And then I've still got to put in their flights back to San Francisco. That's for their first itinerary if they can make this new one work. Now, they have a second option going to Hilton Head, South Carolina that I had to come up with flights for. And again, they'll have my Viator link to choose any activities they want in Hilton Head for the 15th while they're there, and then flights from the 15th to Vegas with the same itinerary for the 17th, and then back to San Francisco.
Now, can
So
I ask
that's
you a question real quick?
yeah.
Prices fluctuate. So
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
how
and
do
my
you
clients know that.
stay? Okay.
Yep, and I always put a disclaimer that
Yep.
prices are subject to change up to until time of booking.
Yeah, and anything you're putting in it, like make
Within
sure.
a day they change. So yeah, it's like, oh, okay. This do they have like a specific time that they gotta book the anything
Well,
before
here's
the
the
price
thing with
changes?
airfare. What I do is I always go into an incognito window and I use flights.google.com. to look at my airfare. And usually I don't see it fluctuate within a 5-day period, is what I've been finding as of late, because airfare prices are pretty steady right now, especially domestic. Now, how that computer outage is going to affect that, I don't know. I haven't looked today, but I've got to look at a couple of other I've got to look at a couple of other itineraries today as well. So
Now, like I just double checked, and the lady I was talking to, she's wanting September 9th through like the 13th or 14th. And so what I'm
airfare's looking pretty good right now for that time period, Harvey, because that's what I'm looking at too.
Oh, really?
Right around in that area, yeah.
Yeah, and I mean that's going to be a good time for traveling, especially especially like down to the Caribbean and stuff like that too.
Mm-hmm.
And
The kids are going to be back in school. However, it is hurricane season. You got to be aware of that.
Does hey unshare your screen real quick, and I'll hop mine, and then
Yeah,
what
you
I'll
got it,
do
bud.
is-
There you go.
Thank you, sir.
Another question.
What's up?
Sorry. Do you guys share the
Whoops, you're muted, Bree.
Oh, yeah, she asked. Here, I asked her to unmute. Hate it when that happens. Dude, FunJet be killing it.
Yeah, I got to look at the back specials right now
you hear
that
me now?
Susan sent out.
Oh, I can hear you a little bit. Now, what were you saying?
Okay. Yes. Do you guys share the specific, say for instance, for a hotel or cabin or wherever, do you guys share that specific link to where you sending them or where you um basically you're showing them this place or just like pictures? Because I know one of my friends, I shared that information and she immediately went on her end and saw it and they were giving her different pricing.
Yeah, well, so a lot of times you could do one or two things. I know some people, they end up. Oh, Fletcher, can you pick that up, please, sir?
Yeah.
I basically
one
you
of the
basically
things they
give them
do.
the information and they go around you and see,
Well,
their
yeah, and that's one of the things that may happen. But the thing is, you want to try to be as I guess you'd say as straightforward as you can. Usually, like if you, I won't leave the link in there, but I'll just give the name of it. And when this is the thing, depending on what you're doing, you can actually, if they had a price, say it's lower, if you found it on Vax or something like that, a lot of times they will have a price match. They'll actually have like a price match feature where if you send them the information and if it's the exact same thing that you're looking at on Vax, Vax will usually match that price. And you'll see here, I'll show you right here.
Hi, Maddie.
Oh, no, that's Quattro.
Oh, hey, Quattro. Sorry, I couldn't see because your background's blurred.
Oh yeah, no, Maddie would be coming up to like right here at my
Hey,
stomach.
Quattro.
So they're doing this, and I'll show you right here, Bree, where you can see it. We're gonna do that, and we'll do the 13th flights Dominican. And you'll see that some of these that come up, you'll see that they have it'll say like OTA price match. And I believe the OTA means online travel agency, correct, Mark?
Yeah, so if they find it like on booking.com or Expedia, not Expedia Tap, but regular Expedia, Orbitz, anybody like that, then Vax will price match it as long as you submit the documentation.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. We're actually able to see flights today. Thank
Look-
goodness.
look at this, dude. There's yeah, you can, buddy. This right here. Look, it's 5 days.
Without a Saturday stay, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's 5 days, and just look at this price. $12.68, dog. That's with flights and transport. Now, I mean, granted, they're not going to be able to pick their seats and stuff, but still, those times aren't bad. 7 to 9, then 10:30, because Fort Lauderdale, it's not going to be but so busy at 10:30 in Fort Lauderdale. They'll be able to get off, get back in, and then they're leaving at 1:55, and they're still back. They're still back before midnight. Like I mean,
Yeah.
shoot,
That's actually not bad.
nah. Hey, buddy, give me a knife and I can, buddy. I told him to give me a knife and I can. So, Bree, you see right here where it says instant OTA price match? If let's say, just like what Mark was saying, if we looked on booking.com and it said 1150, and when we looked, that would include, the flights and the transfers and the deluxe tropical view king. Harvey, what are you doing? And what you can do is, if everything was the same, then what you'd end up doing is sending them that picture and being like, hey, this is what they got. And being that it has this right here, that instant OTA price match. And I don't think all of them have. Yeah. So like this one right here, if you look at Occidental, this one doesn't have it. So even if they found it cheaper, you wouldn't be able to price match that. So anything that has this right here that's where you'll be able to do it. Man, I'm kind of like, dude, that's just that's crazy. Like this place really, it doesn't look bad. I don't know anybody who's actually been to it.
Neither have I.
But what's up, Maddie?
It's 4-star.
Yeah. What, baby? The rain hasn't stopped. And yeah, see, it's just like you're getting $200 in resort coupons. Even shoot, they even got first kid free. So even if you had a kid that wanted to go, you'd be able to do that. What do they got here? Oh, let's see.
Come here, Josh.
Let's see. We got no one we spoke to. It's so bad we left after 1 week. Oh man, an 11-month-old? Ooh wee. So yeah, this is like, let's just say we're gonna do this one. And who wants to do you can get the king bed for the exact same price. So we'll just do that. The deluxe tropical. Man, that's crazy though, man. 12, what was it? Yeah, $1,300, man.
Yeah.
Dude, they wouldn't be able to find a place in Key West that
Nope. And it
that
wouldn't be
cheap.
all inclusive anyway.
Yeah.
In Key West.
I mean, holy schmoly. Let's see. I mean, at this point, you might as well just get pay the 193 as cheap as this is.
Yeah.
At least then they'd be able to choose it. Now let's see what these look like. 155. Yeah, we'll do that. Now, and this is the good part about this. And Bree, this is what I was telling you about Vax. Going to booking administration.
Yeah, look at the commission.
It's like
RV service fee.
Look, I'll just do that, man.
80/20 though, dude.
Well,
service fee instant.
Well, but it would end up being, I mean, this is September, so I mean, this would be pretty instant. And on top of that, I mean, yeah, it's the 80/20, but I'd be getting 10 back.
True, you're booking it on your second.
So I'm doing my
So
second.
you're getting 90/10 on it.
Yeah. So I mean, really, you might as well just make it an even 250. It's still, yeah. That ended up being 270.
Yeah, there you go.
So, I mean, we do this, and this is normally how I'd end up doing it, Bree, is I would do the email, print itinerary. Now, this thing right here, it has a create a sales email, and I've never used
No,
it.
they never work.
I've never used it. I've been super like hesitant on doing that stuff. And normally what I do is just so that way I don't like forget. I'll just put the date on here so that way I'll actually know what it is. Yeah, dude, that's crazy. That is super cheap. Holy crap. And you know, even if they ended up getting a even if they ended up getting insurance, the insurance
Yeah,
ain't going to be but $200 tops.
yep.
So they'd still be under $2,000 for this. And again, like it has the it has the transfers and the daggum and the flights. Let's go to Docs. I'm gonna have Google Docs up. All right, I'm gonna have that up. I'm gonna go Gmail. Let's see here. This thing should come up. Aha! All right. So normally this is how I end up doing it, Bree. And I would go right here to Google Docs, and you can, if you wanted, do any of these templates. All right. I'm just weird, and I just keep starting from a blank document. I should probably make one that, you know, is, I guess you'd say, the standard, kind of like I do with my DJ and stuff, but I haven't. So we'll do A Jones, and it was 9/9/24 to 9/13/24. And I'll do that. Probably what I end up doing is I'll center this. Let's see. We'll center, bold it. That way that'll kind of pop out a little bit. I'll make this a little lower, make these black. All right, so I'll go to the itinerary, and I'll start off right off with flights. That's what I end up doing. I try to like highlight it. It's harder to do this on the tablet than it is on here, because with the tablet, for some reason, you actually end up let's see how it shows up when you're pasting. So this is when you paste it with the formatting. Okay. You could do it like this. Issue is you kind of have these tables and stuff. So if we did it without the formatting, all right, it would come out looking a little bit like this. And at least this way, I tend to highlight, I'll tend to do right here. I'll bold these, bold. I try to just bold everything I need to at the beginning, and then I start kind of deleting stuff. So I'll start
In other words,
deleting.
Harvey makes it harder than it needs to be.
Exactly. But at least I know if I'm doing it like this, I can just slowly but surely make sure and like quadruple check everything. So right here, I can always make this red. And these are all ideas. Like Mark's looks a lot more professional, I guess you would say. But mine, I make mine almost like I guess you'd say almost like an itinerary type, where it's just like, yo, this is what you're looking at right here. Because we got leaves arrives. I'll always make this, bold that one a little bit, put the travel time. I take that out just because I normally will put something at the bottom. And do the same thing here. What we have here is failure to communicate.
I love that movie.
Let's see, arrives. There's that. We'll do travel time. Yes, sir. No, sir. No, I cannot. And normally what I do is like I take the actual JetBlue, like I'll take the name of it out, the airplane number, but I still leave something. And if they ask me what it is, I mean, I still tell them, but I just do this so that way they're not necessarily worried about who the airline is, because if they have a preference, they need to tell you what it is anyway. And then at that point, if they end up saying, "Oh, well, I don't like using that one," then I'd be like, "Okay, well, we're gonna have to figure out, it's gonna be another price." Which, from what I've been seeing, though, Mark, is like at last year, it seemed to be a lot of United flights or American Airlines going to the Dominican Republic. But it seems like now over the last 2 or 3 months, it's been just JetBlue, 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 JetBlue. So I don't know
It
what that's
depends
about.
on where you're going out of, Harvey. East Coast is JetBlue primarily. Delta is out of Atlanta. Southwest is now out of Orlando.
Southwest is out of Orlando now.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I mean, hey,
United is flying out of Dulles. So yeah.
now I will also highlight this stuff. And I used to not put this stuff in it, Mark. This right here. I used to not put that in there, but for some reason I've actually had a decent luck, I guess you'd say, with people, booking, even though I still, at the end of the day, like what I always try and do with these is when I go to the actual place, I'll check and see how many restaurants and bars are there, and I still put like the amount of restaurant and bars. But it seems like even though beforehand when I was doing, this is everything they have in there compared to me just putting that, they seem to like that stuff better. This, like the whole, which
see, that's the nice thing about TravelJoy is because I can pull all that information from the hotel website and put it all in there through TravelJoy.
And TravelJoy is the monthly thing though, right?
$30.
Well, I'm all for trying to save a buck.
15 if you refer people and they stay for 30 days.
Really?
Yeah. And they get their first 3 months for $15 using your referral code.
Oh, nice. And what I'll try and do on these things too, Bree, is like I space everything out. So, for right here, this one has the flights, and then I went ahead. I should probably make this blue though. I'll make this blue, and so now they know what they're going to be looking at is going to be the resort. And this way, it just kind of leaves everything. You don't necessarily have to question what everything is. And again, if you ended up doing like actually getting I guess you'd say a template, it probably would make it easier. But I don't know. I never have really been a big fan of like most of the templates. So I'm just like, yo, I'll come in here and I'll just do it myself. But it's just like this stuff, this right here. What happens if I delete the table? Yep.
Deletes everything.
Yeah. So
Canva, dude. You can create itinerary templates on Canva.
Oh yeah. I could probably do the Canva one too. Now, I don't. Oh, 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 oh. Now this
Bree, don't set anything on fire while you're cooking.
Man, ain't that the truth? I'm like, what? What the dump? Let's see. We're going to remove it. Hey! We're supposed to be removing it. Yep, this is what happens when you accidentally. What I will do though is I will put this in another actual color. We'll do it like that. And this way they've got, it shows what the perks are. I will make this a little bit smaller because there's really not no need for it to be that big. Make it, we will unbold this thing. Leave that at like an 8. So that way we'll save room on the paper. I will take this. Oh, look at it. You see it trying to get me, Mark?
Yeah.
It loves
Technology's always trying to get you, dude.
technology always tries to get me. They just don't realize I got too much time, I guess. They're just like, let's just screw with them and see what happens. Oh, and another thing I make sure that I will put on here is it's a 4-star resort. And I will also put 4-star peer reviewed, just so that way they know you're not necessarily just going off what the hotel says. All right. This right here, you can actually take this off and then just actually make it black and then put it as one of the features. Instant savings, because everybody likes instant savings, right? So we can actually cut this. Let me move this up and we can put it in this. We might as well have that. Then you're going to get the bottle. Also, I will put in here, because I just saw it. They have 1, 2, 3, 4. They got 4 bars. Let's see. Oh, that looks like 5 bars. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Oh, all these are the bar. Okay. So we're doing, that's 1, 2. No, that's a bar. This is a bar. This is a good Lord. On-site dining. Looks like they've got what, 2 places with like 8 bars?
Yep.
What, baby? 1. We are going to Colin's birthday party. That's right. We are. So that's 2 of them. That doesn't count. That's right. Well, not Tam Tam's house. This is Sun Club, so that one really doesn't count. Yep, Colin's house. Yes, ma'am. So I guess really on this, I'd put 3 restaurants. I'd put 3 restaurants and 5 bars. Yeah. So we'll do 3 restaurants, 4 bars. And at least that way they'll kind of know it. We do that. And the most important part is this right here. Is the payments. Yep, we going to Colin's birthday party, girl. You are excited about that. I mean it.
You're excited too, Harvey. Just
Yeah, I'm super excited, Mark. So excited for it. Can't you hear it? Hey, so this is normally what I do too, B, is you see it says full payment due on July 26th. I will go ahead and make that the 19th. And I leave the deposit the same, the date the same, because it's normally about 24 hours. And what I will do as well, Maddie, we are all going to the birthday party, girl. You do not have to worry about that. All right, we got this. All right, balance due. We're going to make this a different color. Well, no, we'll leave this the same. We got all this. We will do red. And this is also what I like to do. I like to make this a different color too, so that way it looks importante, which it really is. Which, see, that's crazy. The deposit's $1,100. Yeah, you might as Yeah,
It's the flights and 25% of the hotel.
well, it's just like 1,100. You might as well just pay the whole thing like then.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So we'll make it like this. Look, and to be honest, this one was actually super easy. I mean, that's the first option right there. We built this thing up. We bull job for 25 minutes and it took us 10 minutes to do this. And that's with no, oh, well, I tell you what we should probably do since we have that huge gap right there.
Yeah, move everything up, Harvey.
We need to move everything up. Man, that is, this is the one thing that I haven't quite understood with this. This right here, we got all of that. But you notice how it's not, even when I end up trying to
It's not
move
letting
it.
you move it.
Yeah. So in that case, I can just leave everything. Let me see if it's going to leave that gap though. No,
Nope.
no, didn't leave the gap. Yeah, okay. So yeah, I can just leave this.
Just do it as a second page.
Yeah. Which I mean, ain't nobody gonna be mad at that, I guess. I mean, ain't but
Nope.
2 pages. It keeps everything separate too. So we can keep it like that. You can save that. I still got to find something else, but I mean, that's easy. 25 minutes. Dude, be honest, it didn't even take us 10 minutes. We've been bull jobbing this whole time. You know what I mean? If I can do this in 10 minutes, everybody else ought to be able to do it in like 5. Because there's just, I bull job so much when I do this. Look, Marcy, So look, I mean, that was wham bam easy right there. I'm
Yep,
shooting.
and you still have 2.5 minutes left on your recording.
Yeah, dang, in there. I'm stopping it right now. Bow, we done. Out. Hold on. I gotta stop it first though.
Actually, you got 2 minutes left on your meeting. Never mind.